Dr. Mahapatra, Dr. Ranjit Kumar, Dr. Srinivas Rao, Dr. Venkateswarlu, Dr. Ganesh Kumar, the directors of ICAR who has come from different regions, and also the other dignitaries, professors, and my dear students. I am really very happy today to be here in this prestigious institute and also to be amongst you. I am particularly happy that this graduation ceremony of the students of a subject which is dear to me. I would like to compliment all the graduates for taking their degrees. This is a turning point in our life. And also I would like to specially congratulate the gold medal winners and other award winners. It is indeed a pleasure for me to see these youngsters who have all joined willingly, chosen this subject of agriculture, business management, various allied activities of agriculture. I really feel happy. I would also like to compliment the people who are all concerned with this institute, led by our director, for organizing a graduation ceremony in such a fashion which is very much dear to my heart. I would like to compliment Dr. Srinivas Rao. You have Indianized this convocation. हमेशा मेरा मत रहा देश में सभी स्नातकोत्सव जो कॉन्वोकेशन है उस सबको इंडियनाइज करना, इंडियनाइज इन कॉन्डक्ट, इंडियनाइज इन ड्रेस, इंडियनाइज इन एड्रेस, बिकॉज वी आर इंडियंस. Unfortunately, because of colonial rule, those people who came here, they ruled us, they ruined us, they looted us, they cheated us. While leaving, they left their language and culture to some extent. I feel we must go back to our roots. We must Indianize everything. And we have our own traditions, our own culture, our own heritage. We are one of the oldest civilizations of the world. So we should feel proud of it and maintain, possess, propagate, promote, protect that culture and heritage. When I became vice president, the media friends came to me and they started asking me, sir, they were reminding me, sir, you have become vice president. I said, yes. They were trying to ask something, they could not. They were saying, sir, you have become vice president. I said, Babu, I know that. Tell me, what is it you want? Sir, you have become vice president, third time, they said. I said, yes. Then they said, sir, by hesitatingly they asked me, sir, what about the dress? I understood. I said, no change of dress, only change of address, that's all. I was in Abdul Kalam Road, 30. Now I have changed my address to Maulana Azad Road. That's all. No change of dress. Because dress is an identity of our people. Language is also an identity of our people. We must always remember that we must have, it's my earnest feeling, and I have been talking about it. Of late, Prime Minister also is focusing on that, and the new education policy, I'm happy, is also stressing on that. The basic education must be in mother tongue. And our children should be motivated to speak in mother tongue. Because mother tongue is like your eyesight. The other foreign language is like your spectacles. If you have eyesight, then spectacles will work. If you don't have eyesight, even if you wear Ray-Ban glasses, जुबान से कुछ आएगा नहीं. इसलिए हमेशा मातृ भाषा को प्रोत्साहित करना ये बहुत जरूरी है. I am not against other languages or learning other languages including English. Learn as many languages as possible. First learn your mother tongue. Because your original ideas, the way you understand, the way you articulate is simply better in your mother tongue. This is my advice to all the education institutions across the country. I'm happy they are moving in that direction. And also the traditions also. We have our own tradition. And we feel proud and we should promote those traditions. That is a cultural heritage given to us by our. I move one step forward, going by the recent experience also. Arogyame Mahabhagyam. Health is wealth. This has been said by our forefathers. We neglected it and we have seen the consequence also. So everybody must try to protect health. Yoga or other physical activities, all youth in their life, not only as a student, in future also. We must be physically fit. If you are physically fit, then you will become mentally alert. If you are lazy, then you will become crazy. And start doing crazy things also. So physical fitness, yoga, walking, jogging, or sport of whatever sport of your choice, one must participate in those activities to keep themselves physically fit. I am now 72 plus, 73 almost. I play badminton every day 1 hour, morning. Not to become a champion or compete with Sindhu or others. This is to keep myself fit, physically fit. And second thing is that I also suggest to all the youngsters going by the COVID experience, we must try to follow Indian food. Indian food which is very nutritious, very healthy. Because we are seeing, because of the westernization and also the influence, some of our youngsters, they developed a habit of ignoring our local food and going for pizza, burger. Junk food, stored food is no good for health. This is proven beyond doubt. Compared to other countries, India was able to withstand COVID to maximum. Why? The reason is our habits. The reason is the food we eat. Because the food is prescribed by our forefathers according to season and reason. North में क्या खाना, South में क्या खाना, कौन सी सीजन में क्या खाना वगैरह सब उन्होंने अनुभव से बताया हमको. So we have to practice this and this fashion. I am not against pizza or burger or other food. They may be good for those countries, but for our country we have. And there is no dearth of any quality food, variety of food, thousands of years, thousands of varieties. I don't want to recall all of them. Don't worry, I am not prescribing you food code, but I am suggesting to you better go for cooked food so that you will be healthy. And once you are healthy, you will be able to make it a healthy nation and then later convert into a wealthy nation. If you are healthy, you can become wealthy. If you are wealthy and lack healthy, then you know what is happening also. So keep this in mind. This is my advice to all the graduates and also to the students who are pursuing. This agriculture is an area which is very close to me because I am born in agriculture family. I know the problems of the farming community. I know the challenges. Agriculture is our basic culture. This has to be kept in mind. It's not only of great historical cultural significance, but also provides source of livelihood to more than 50% of the nation's population. Importantly, it continues in significant measures to our GDP also. See this COVID, apart from pharma, of course, pharma medicines were required by, so pharma could withstand. The only sector which has shown growth is agriculture. In spite of COVID, in spite of so many problems, challenges, our farmers, hats off to them, they have increased the production. They have increased the production. So that is the inspiration we must draw from our agriculturists. The agriculture sector has passed through various phases of evolution and multiple revolutions. I don't want to explain them in detail. Most of us, it's already been told and you are also aware. We were a deficit state, country, food was deficit and we used to import PL 480. Now we are in a position to export to various countries. The careless mismanagement of the British was partly responsible. And now, because we started following our own this thing, we became food secure and even food surplus. But don't be complacent. Population is increasing. And we should not only develop food for ourselves, we must also be in a position to supply food to the world, to the entire humanity. But there are challenges. One is the challenge of raising population. Second challenge is changing lifestyles. Third challenge is growing urbanization. Fourth is the climate change. And we have seen the result of this in our life. So, and also we have floods, drought, cyclone, tsunami, others affecting the country and affecting mostly agriculturists because they are not organized. Every effort needs to be made by the agriculture researchers, policy makers, entrepreneurs and scientists to make agriculture climate resilient. This is one task. Profitable and sustainable and productive so that our farmers reap the fruits of their hard work and the food and nutritional requirements of millions is ensured. I am happy to note that the country's exports of agriculture products have crossed the 50 billion for the first time in the last fiscal year. My dear sisters and brothers and youngsters, in these efforts to make agriculture more productive and profitable to the farmers, I see the role of extension workers, researchers, agri-scientists and agro-business professionals as indispensable. No advanced country can improve agriculture productivity in the long term without investing in research and extension. We have a wide network of national agricultural research system in the country with several stakeholders and institutions for this purpose. Going forward, we have to further equip and enhance the capacity of agriculture research in the country to achieve sustainable gains in agri-productivity. To begin with, we need to increase our R&D expenditure, research and development expenditure on agriculture, standing at less than 1% of our agriculture GDP, which is less than what other developed and developing countries spend. So we have to spend more on R&D. Agriculture universities must consider it their bounden duty to not only develop new techniques and methods of sustainable production, but also take these developments to the last farmer in every part of the country. We must imbibe the slogan, lab to land. So I personally feel I have been suggesting that all the students must be able to spend some time in the village. See, watch and participate in agriculture. And then particularly agriculture students who are studying various courses, they should go to villages, spend some time, know the actual practical problems in the field, provide advice to them rather than confining themselves to the laboratories or the research. What is the purpose of research? Research is to make people's life comfortable. Research is to make people happy. Simply profitable is not sufficient. You need happy. For that you need to remove all the obstacles. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. I repeat it everywhere. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention and have the retention. So this agriculture must be taken up with a passion, not as a fashion. Passion. And we should not give any remission or omission or go for commission in this mission. It's a mission. It's a mission for our nation. Nation means people. And in that 50% are agriculturists and their dependent families. So we must develop that passion for among our youngsters. And I'm happy to see a lot of youngsters who have all joined here and achieved success in their life. When I meet those youngsters who all came here, I see they are brimming with confidence. They are really confident about their future. The nation can move only if the youth is confident. That's why the Government of India, Prime Minister also is focusing more and more on youth, skill development. Everybody has got some inherent skill, but you need to recognize the skill and encourage it. Skill upgradation is the need of the hour in every sector, particularly in agriculture and allied activities. Secondly, diversification of agriculture is required. You should not depend on only wheat or rice or certain varieties. You have to diversify it. And there is a study by Manage, the other institute, which says that people who have all committed suicide, if you study them, they studied 3,500 cases. None of the families which has got some poultry, dairy, or allied activities, they have committed suicide. This is a lesson to all of us, not simply going for the traditional paddy. Paddy we have surplus, wheat also we have surplus. Millets we must encourage. Dairy we must encourage. Growing vegetables is one of the most profitable things nowadays. These are not only useful for our healthy food, but at the same time profitable also. So we must motivate the farmers to move to allied sectors. This is my advice. This is possible only through extension workers and also the researchers in the agriculture moving to the rural areas, spending time with them. The mobile-based extension services also be explored to increase the reach among farmers who are not in a proximity to an agriculture university. One-step solution for both hardware technology and informative services must be offered to farmers on demand without any clutter. One of the focus areas of ICAR institution should be to bring about the synergies between agriculture and modern technologies, such as drones and artificial intelligence, and develop scalable products. Technology can also solve the problem of bringing customized solutions at the farm level, taking the agro-ecological diversities into account. Technology can also keep farmers abreast of the information. And information also is very valuable. Information with confirmation is more than an ammunition. The information which you give, it must have validity, confirmation, credibility. For that you need better study. Study in the field as well as study the subject also. Another thing is that we must also have the information about market price in different parts of the country. It should reach the people. Certain areas, tomatoes are sold even for ₹1. Even onions also in Nasik, tomatoes in Madanapalli, that near Bangalore and all. The moment you go to Bangalore, the cost goes up. One day I was in an agriculture market in Madanapalli. There were tomatoes stored. I asked them, any cinema shooting going on? They said, no sir, this is the agriculture market. I said, so auction will start now. I said, okay. I was observing auction. After auction, then I asked them, what is the price of tomato today? They said, 10 rupees. I said, very fine. Then the person said, what is fine, sir? 10 rupee, not kilo, 10 rupee a basket. Then I went to Bangalore, which is only 125 kilometers from Madanapalli. Asked my sister, she said tomato is 6 rupees kilo. And next day I was in Delhi, asked my wife, what is the price of tomato? She said 16 rupees. Producer is getting 1 rupee and their consumer 16 rupees. This is one of the biggest challenges. One, information with confirmation. Second is removing restrictions. And third one is cold storage units. You must provide a refrigerator van system. All these things government is focusing now, but they must focus more and more on that. And the Prime Minister has given a 3-line mantra. He said reform, perform and transform. Reformation of the system. Reformation of our mind. We should all think in terms of what are the challenges, what are the solutions. How can they be made cost effective? ENAM has been a successful implementation, but it must be widespread. We must further leverage India's edge in the software and IT world to nurture more agri-based startups. Some of the youngsters are taking it, but more and more people need to join. My dear youngsters, Indian agriculture is going through a great transition now. Reducing availability of quality water, nutrient deficiency in soils, climate change, loss of biodiversity, and emergence of new pests and diseases, fragmentation of farms and market uncertainties are some of the changes that will make the task of agriculture research even more critical in the coming years. These changes impacting agriculture call for paradigm shift in our research approach. We have to harness the potential of modern science, encourage innovations in technology, and provide for enabling policies to support investments. We must also start investing seriously in critical areas such as genomics, molecular breeding, and nanotechnology, among other areas. Our institutions of agriculture research must redouble their efforts and aim for excellence in technological innovation, human resources, and extension services to meet these challenges. Of these, the importance of creating a skilled manpower in secondary and tertiary agriculture to make it profitable cannot be overstated. In turn, trained agri-business graduates can work towards making agriculture more into an organized sector and become job providers instead of job seekers. Jobs are available now, but I suggest to you, more than simply seeking a job, the market is okay, is in favor of you, but try to set up some industry of your own. I was talking to finance people also earlier. The bank should lend more and more to promote agri-business and encourage youngsters coming out of institutes to get the adequate loan, and also encouragement from the financial institutions, particularly banks. Once again, I am very happy to have visited your beautiful campus, and I attended this graduation ceremony. I feel very happy. I congratulate all the students who received their certificates, the gold medalists, and also I would like to compliment the parents of all the graduates and also gold medalists, because it is the parents who are responsible to send you here and also to promote you in your life. I am sure you will contribute to building an Atmanirbhar Bharat in reducing the food losses, adding value to agri-products, bringing market innovations, and ultimately engendering wealth creation for the farmers and the country as a whole through agriculture. Another area of my happiness is I could see a lot of girls taking recourse to agri-business. This is a very positive development. Women are 50%. If you neglect them, that means you have no future. And wherever opportunity is given, women are also excelling. Some people say, ये तो महिला पढ़कर क्या करना है? And ultimately घर में ही बैठना, ऐसा क्यों? This is a गलत सोच है. That is, but some people say these our systems are wrong. Who told you this is our system? In our country, women were always given importance and priority. We call our country as Matru Bhumi. not Pitrubhumi, motherland, not father's land. All the important rivers in the country, Ganga, Kaveri, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Tapati, Mahanadi, most of the rivers are named after women. And if you believe in Puranas, even Puranas also, you know, those days, important jobs were given to women. Education Minister, Saraswati Devi. Defense Minister, Parvati Devi. Finance Minister, Lakshmi Devi. At that time also. At that time. Now we have a Finance Minister, oh, lady, that's a different matter. But, so that is our culture, our tradition. So we should encourage more and more girls into education and more so into agriculture. I go around the country visiting IITs, IIMs, various research institutes, ICAR institute maximum I have covered across the country. And I find to my happiness that when I award certificates, you can't expect Vice President to give to 1,000 people. So they do some selection and only gold medalists and top scorers, they are called to the dais that they can be given the awards and medals. To my happiness, around the country, wherever I go, 60 plus or 65 plus of the medal winners are girl students. That's a very positive trend. Very positive trend because they have no diversion and they have no tension and they focus more attention and have the retention of those ideas and do not do pretension. So we must encourage more and more women to agriculture and youngsters, and this your institute here is setting a good example. I compliment. My best wishes and regards to the ICIR fraternity as your resolve and efforts grow stronger each year to make Indian agriculture more sustainable, productive and profitable with the time. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind. God bless you all.